So now I'd like to say a few words to the graduates, families, faculty, and friends in the room. Class of 2026, here you are, standing at the edge of the future. And honestly, what a strange and amazing future it's shaping up to be. I mean, artificial intelligence is changing the world, cars are driving themselves, people can create movies, artwork, entire businesses on their laptop from their bedroom, and nearly all human knowledge is available instantly from a device we carry around in our pockets. And let's be honest, technology is great, okay? As people, we've accomplished amazing things. We've cured diseases, connected the planet, put people into space, and built lives more comfortable and advanced than anything our ancestors could have imagined. But are we making people better? Because there's the difference. There's a quote from French philosopher Voltaire that says, "Societies go upstairs in wooden shoes and come downstairs in silk slippers," meaning societies rise through effort, discipline, toughness, and sacrifice, but decline through comfort, ease, and laziness. In other words, they get soft. And I think there's some truth to that. You see, technology gives us more havingness, more stuff, more comfort, more entertainment, more convenience. But happiness and fulfillment do not come simply from what we have. They come more from what we do. And even deeper than that, from who we are. The part that never changes, your character, your values, your care for others, and the ability to persist on difficult things. These things matter now just as much as they ever did, maybe more. And this is why education still matters so much in this age of AI. Education isn't just about relaying of information, but the developing of skills and abilities. Sometimes students ask, why do I need to learn math if I can just use a calculator? Or why do I need to write an essay if AI can write it for me? Well, because we're not trying to create an essay factory. We don't need more essays. And we already know the answers in the math book. So we already know that. So we don't need your answers. We don't need your essays. We need you to learn to do it, to learn to do the work, and to gain the skill. The point of education is not just simply getting the answers. It's about training the mind, expanding your viewpoint, and improving your ability to think, analyze, communicate, and create. That's why we ask our students to read inspiring stories, to think about them, and to write about them. Because education is not just the transfer of information, it's human development. Even Steve Jobs, one of the creators of the modern tech revolution, famously limited the amount of technology his own kids had exposure to. Think about that. One of the men most responsible for changing modern technology understood that tech was not the tool to build a great person or to even improve his own children. And this becomes more important as AI grows more powerful. Because technology amplifies human behavior. Lazy people can become lazier, distracted people can become more distracted, and manipulative people become more manipulative. But also disciplined people become more effective. Creative people become more productive, and people who care about others can create even bigger impacts. Technology magnifies what's already there. So the real question for the future is not, how do we control AI? The real question is, how do we become better people? How do we become the kind of people who use these tools wisely? Because technology becomes available to everyone, as knowledge becomes unlimited, the thing that will separate one from another will be increasingly who they are. Their judgment, their discipline, their courage, and their curiosity. At Clearwater Academy, we talk about maximizing each student's unique potential. And yes, part of that means preparing you for careers and success in the future economy. But it also means developing something deeper, the ability to think independently, to care about others, to live with purpose. Not just consume life, but to build something meaningful with it. Because the future will not belong simply to the smartest people. It will belong to the people who can think clearly, care deeply, and work hard. Technology is wonderful, but it's not enough. Class of 2026, you're entering one of the most exciting periods of human history. The tools you'll have, The tools you will have will be extraordinary. But never forget, your greatest responsibility is not in simply advancing technology, but in advancing yourselves. Be strong, be thoughtful, and be curious. But most of all, be kind. Because in the end, who you are will always matter more than what you have. So congratulations, class of 2026. Very proud of you and very excited to see how you progress in the rest of your life. Thank you.